With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the feature. Welcome back to Formula 2, where the tension is building for what promises to be another exciting race here in the Netherlands. 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit, with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of the 2.6-mile lap, which will demand absolute concentration from our drivers here today. We are nearly ready for the start of today's race, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the grid. Ace lines up on pole position, and it's Jan de Ruvela in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Pourchaire, Martins, Ayumu Awasa, Behrman, Novalak, Vesti, Hauger, Enzo Fittipaldi, Hadjar, Miney, Jack Doohan, Zane Maloney, and Vachor, Stanek, Leclerc, Brad Benavides, Cordial, Correa, Boschong, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
There are going to be some quivering hands on the tyre guns, aren't there, when they tighten up what could easily be the wrong specification of tyre completely for the conditions. It's a gamble out there.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.8 seconds. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Deruvala's behind you. They're on fresh softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. 9.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 10th place. We don't currently have the data for that request. Time last lap, 1 minute 29.1. Final lap, push, push.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
So another fantastic victory for High-Tech GP today.
Have you seen one quite as dominant as that, Jakesy? I'm not sure I have. They led every single lap of that one, lights to flag.
And as they make their way down to the podium, there's no denying the strength of the High-Tech GP team. It was an incredible performance today, and they fully deserve to stand on the top step. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment when Formula 2 returns.